I'm back in this little tannin stream. It's been, what's it now, 14th today, so it's 3 days since I fished here. The day after I fished it, or that night, we had 47 mils of rain. I don't know what they would have had over this area, but looks like they had a lot because this river still runs about 6 inches higher than the day I fished it. But I'm in another spot again now. I've gone down further in the mid area of it, so there's good flow. How we'll go there, I don't know. The water's lovely and cool, I know that. It's not quite 20 past 8, sun's still pretty low, it's clear skies. So let's see how we go. Starting off with the March brown again and just see what happens. May finish up using gold, I think. But, I'm sure there'll be some trout here. There's plenty of water still pushing down this little river, I tell you. I had one hit and a miss here on a little gold aglia mooch noya, but it's just tap and only a little trout. But I've gone back to the March brown now because I reckon this water's, to me, it's clear enough to use the March brown in. So we'll just see how we go. We'll keep chopping and changing as we go along. When these little rivers or any rivers run a bit high, what you got to look for is little flat pockets next to the river banks, like that one just in there. When I was coming upstream, I flicked in that, brought it back down, had another little one come out, have a whack at the spinner there, and then you got other little. Well, the trout will sit right up against those banks, but they won't sit out in the middle of this. And you get other little pockets of water like this in here, little flat spots like this where you can pick trout up in. Not that I did today, but that opposite side, the right hand side that river I have. Both times I've had hits there, but they're not, they're just like taps, and that's about as far as they're going at the moment. But hopefully they'll come on soon. And there we go, just got our first little tiddler. Took the March brown. Not a big fish, but at least we've finally got one to grab hold of it. And that was taken up in that water there on the right hand side there, in that flat water. So I'll get this little fella off and send him on his way. So, good sign to see a trout here. Oh, send him on his way. He's gone. It's a better fish. I don't know how well hooked he is, but he... I had a follow in this little run of water, and then I flicked over that bubble line right in that pocket over there. It's in there. And no sooner that the spinner hit the water, this fella grabbed hold of it. So lovely fish. I'll get him in the net before he tries to spit the lure, and I'll send him on his way. But the condition of these trout in these little streams at the moment is unbelievable. The amount of rain we've had, they've really fattened up in it. So I'll send him on his way now. He'll be good, he's good to go. There you go. He's off. Heading off down there. Yeah, so when you see a little bit of flat water, if you're fishing rivers and that, you see a little bit of flat water like that, and next to a fast run, never bypass. Always flick a lure at it. You never know what's sitting in them. A lot of people would come up here and they wouldn't think of it. They'd sit there and they'd fish a big flat water like this one behind me. Well, there was a trout in it, but he didn't take it. He followed it. Whereas that one there, that lure hit the water and he grabbed it. They only have one chance of getting hold of something when it comes past. So they don't want to sit out in this strong current trying to find food, because it just burns up energy. Not only that, get hold of some of the Mepps spinners too. I've used them for 55 years, and yeah, I've had a great time. I've been a hanging club champion now for 14 years in a row. And it's been all the Mepps lures, thanks to Mepps in France, and John-Luc Farrow, and Tackle Tactics for their assistance over the years. If it wasn't for them, well, I wouldn't be where I am today with a lot of this trout fishing, that's for sure. I really appreciate their help. Another little tackle, he tied himself up in the knot, so I won't keep him on too long here. I'll get him off and send him on his way. That was just taken here right in this fast water both sides. What are you looking for in the middle? That flat water. And that's where he was sitting. So he cast in the middle of between the two fast waters, bang, trout. So I'll get him off. A nice stretch of water here. So this water in up will be above waist when I get up there. I'll have to, once I get up the top end, I'll have to bypass it and try and bush bash around that and get back in the river further up. Got the fish of the day on here. It's a beauty, beautiful fish. He's already done about 4 leaps out of the river. He's tied the lure around his snout now, which is good in a way, because I know he's not going to just spit the lure. And that was taken there, as you can see a bubble line on the water here. And that goes right, that'll be right in the water for me. That goes right up there to that log jam, and this bubble line is coming through the middle of it, and that's right where I lob the lure, right up the head of that, in the middle of it. And yeah, this fella didn't hesitate to smash it. Actually, he's untangling himself now, so I better get him in the net. And I'll lay him in the net and send him on his way. How lucky is that? Just dropped him in the net, and look at that. There's the lure sitting out and hooked up on the side of the net. Spat it. So I was lucky I didn't mess around with him too much longer. It's a beautiful fish. I weighed him in the net there, and he went 510 grams. So yeah, beautiful fat gutted fella. So anyway, we'll send him on his way. Alright, so good to go. He's gone. I don't know how well hook this little fella, this little one is, but I was looking up in that bloody tea tree there, and I give it a flick and brought it, give it a jerk, and it flew out and flopped in the water over there. And as I brought it in there, I retrieved it. This little bucket come out of that, off that riverbank there and grabbed hold of it. It's one way of catching them. Yeah, I'll get him off and send him on his way. That's 6 trout in an hour and a half. So I was pretty stoked with that. Alright, but there you go. Off you go. Be good. I just made my way up through here and a backhand flick into that flat water there, and hooked and lost one little solid brown in there. Bloody lot of mosquitoes around and walking the cobwebs and spiders and God knows what here today. They're everywhere. Anyway, we'll plod on. It's a nice water ahead. Alright, I've had a couple of hits and misses. Finally at number 7. It's in this fast water run, but flat water right on that riverbank there. Little bubble line. First lob into it. This little fella come out and grabbed hold of it. Oh, there you go. Oh, this is a little stretch of the river I fished about 4 days ago. I got 13 up through here, and I'm on 7 now, but I don't know that I'll get any more. It's water run high, and we'll just push on and see how we go. It's been pretty quiet for a while now. It's 10 to 11. Oh, yeah, it's gone 10 to 11, so it's been quite a while since I've caught the last fish. And the 7 I caught was in a stretch of water further down from this one I'd fished 4 days ago. So there you go. So the area I'm fishing now hasn't given up a trout today. So, but I'll push on and just see if I can get a couple more up in here. See what happens. Oh, there you go. I got one here, little one. Bloody hell. There's 2 of them come up at it. And the bigger one sort of turned away and went in the next cast. It's back in there, but about this little fella come from nowhere and grabbed hold of it. So we'll get him in and send him on his way. Yeah, beautiful colours in these fish. I keep saying it, but there is. Can't help not say it. Oh, a nice fish on here. Fish of the day, this fella, I think. He's a beauty. He came up from cast up down over these logs and cast them in that narrow water, that bubble line in flat water. Sort of bow wave come up, so I just kept the lure twitching a bit, and yeah, this big bugger come and grabbed hold of it, so I'm going to get him in the net before I lose him. It's too nice a fish to drop. I have to get my net out quick. Put this 535 grammer. Absolutely magnificent fish. I'm just about to drop him in, let him swim off, let him merry away, and let him go. Come on. You go, fella. Very good in a minute. Let's get here watching for a tick, and then he'll move off in that deeper water once he builds his strength back up. Right, I left that other part of the river and headed downstream. Just had a quick fish, probably half-hour fish before I decided to call it a day and head off home. Yeah, about 5 to 12 now, 6 minutes to 12. Yeah, so I'll probably give it another 20 minutes here and call it a day. See how we go. I just like to get one more, that's all. Top off a good day. Oh, finally, trout number 10. My day's done. I can finish now. And it's taken right off that riverbank. I've had a few follows and little tap tap taps. So this is the first one that's taken the lure, hit hard and fast. So I'll get him in the net, and I'll just tell you something about him once he's in the net. Right, now he's in the net and the hook's out of him. I'm going to let him go. Why I wanted 10 trout today is because that's what I need to hit the 300 mark. So this is trout number 300 for the season, which I wanted to get by the end of the month. And I've still got quite a few days left, another 14 or so days left before the end of the month. So I'll let him go and send him on the way. There you go, Bubs. Thank you very much. Oh, top end of the day, catching 10 trout. I just want, like I said earlier, I wanted that 10 to reach the 300 mark, and I've done it. So I'm really happy. I just didn't fish on anymore. Once I got that, I'm out on the way home. So 12 hookups, 10 trout, 3 hours. So it's pretty good going really. And water running very high, so trout were a lot harder to find, but it was good. I enjoyed it. Ripper of a day. I couldn't be happier. So next time, guys, and yeah, the Mepps lures, the little Marsh Brown, did its job all day. You know, caught every trout. Little Helios, Akuma Helios SX spin reel, brilliant. That coupled up with a cellulose lightweight trout rod, 1 to 3 kilo Akuma cellulose finesse 6-foot trout rod. Yeah, beautiful, well balanced setup. You can fish all day with them. Then 4-pound Super 100 platypus mono. So yeah, great all-round set rigs and that, and they're doing the job for me. So next time, tight line.